Break it down.
Well-being is a priority. Stay away from people who follow scammers. Onpassive does not have any official Telegram or WhatsApp groups at this time. The point at which art and science come together as battery-free robots exploit the Miura Ori origami fold to accomplish astonishing shape-shifting capabilities while in flight. Researchers at the University of Washington have built a small robotic device that can change the way it moves through the air by snapping into a folded position while it is falling. This allows the gadget to change its trajectory as it travels through the air. When released from a drone, these microflyers shift their flight pattern from one that includes tumbling and spreading forth through the air to one in which they fall directly to the ground by employing a Miura Ori origami fold. This allows them to reach their destination more quickly. In order to evenly distribute the flyers, the researchers have a few different tools at their disposal that allow them to control the time of the changeover of each individual device. An onboard pressure sensor, an onboard timer, and a Bluetooth signal are the components of these methods. The pressure sensor measures the altitude. Join the next global IT powerhouse Onpassive if artificial intelligence and cutting-edge technology are areas that interest you. Simply sign up for free at the www.coolzone.ai.
Hey, Magic Unicorn of Onpassive. It's Tuesday, the 24th of October. Guess what? We got Collins Manna here today. Yeah, Collins is here. Yes, he is. And Chris Johnson and Marty DeGarmo. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, and give them all three of them a thumbs up. See you inside. I know, childish. Anyway, as you can see, I got three gentlemen here. We'll all have something to say for sure. Can everybody hear me okay? I hope so. There we go. Today, like the unicorn said, it's the 24th of October. Before you know it, trick or treat here in the United States. So my whole front yard's got ghouls and goblins all over it. Anyway, we're going to cover a few things. Last night was funny. Collins got a hold of me as soon as he found out about the app. So he's going to talk about that because there's important things involved. And when he's done, I'll come back on because I understand exactly what he's saying about what he means, what people need to do after they upload it. The other thing, things are moving, things are shaking. They made a final video of Jitex yesterday. And I know most of us don't know the impact that can have. But I want to tell you something. Whatever you can imagine, blow it up a million times, okay? That's the kind of people that were there, okay? It's not me and just regular Joe Blows walking around. It's people that are in that industry and they're movers and shakers, if you know what I mean. They're CEOs, they're tech people, they're people that when they walk in, they represent maybe tens of thousands of people. You see what I mean? And technology, like it, don't like it, we're going. AI, like it, no like it. We've been there, but we're going strong. In fact, the last thing I saw online was they have each year is known as a certain year. 2023 will be known as the AI year. That's what they say. And thank God, it was like Asmupara and his team had a crystal ball because they couldn't have planned this any better, any sooner. Perfect timing, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. As you look at the videos that I showed, Onpassive is very, very good at making videos very short, but say a lot. The old days of a 10-minute, 20-minute video, a presentation for 10 minutes. I used to hear, well, if you're under 12, you're good. Listen, this generation coming now, they want stuff yesterday. And here's why. That's how they get it. When I was a kid growing up, if you wanted the news, you waited till 5 o'clock and was on 3, 6, or 10, 48, or 29. That's it. That's it. You didn't hear nothing. You didn't hear anything. Now, obviously, a lot of the news is bad news, but right now, any kid, any person walking the street, any country, anywhere, if they got a phone, they are eyewitness news. I'm not kidding. Because a lot of the times, news outfits are getting their information from people that have a smartphone with a camera. It's instant news, instant. So that's how, because Onpassive has brainiacs like Mohammed Nazal. He understands the marketing today. You know, I hear a lot of people talk about, I did this in the 90s, I did this in the 80s. I don't care. Nadia Comaneci did a perfect score in the 70s. I bet her 65, 70-year-old behind can't do freaking now, okay? Everything changes. Industry changes, technology changes. A computer loses $5 in value daily just because of the increase in technology. An advantage that we have, and we don't know it. I'm not putting anybody down. I don't know it, but I have an idea of what I hear. Because I'm passive, it's competition and it's chase. Every company, you have to chase something. You have to go after something to stay ahead, or you stay. If you're stagnant, you fall behind. There's no such thing as being able to stay where you are and be on top of the game. Onpassive is chasing Onpassive 5 years from now. Their competition is Onpassive tomorrow, the next day, the next day. They're never going to catch it, but as long as they're trying to catch it, we only get better and better and better and better. And the technology gets better and better and better and better. I really believe 6 months from now, maybe less, we will not recognize what we have right now. It will change that much because you have people in the industry like Collins all over the world. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And by the way, when you become the hunted, you don't go out and get the guy that was last in his class. Okay, there's a lot of doctors out there. I don't want them bringing a knife to me, okay? You want the best of the best. And because when they get bigger and go to shows like this and everybody sees what they did, what they represent, now you have people coming to you. And I'm not talking about, Barney Fife, okay? We're not talking about Fred Flintstone. You get the best of the best. And now you get the cream of the crop. And that means a lot. It means a lot. So he's hiring the best. He's got the management team of the best. Look at who's there. Muhammad, Kamal wasn't looking for work. Nuclear engineer, thank you. He doesn't need any work. He could have done whatever for the rest of his life. Mohammed Nazal definitely wasn't looking for work. And Professor Susan, are you kidding? I've got a lot of calls. I've got some important calls. Never got one from the president of Egypt, okay? I keep waiting. It rings. No, it's my goopy cousin. You know what I mean? So anyway, just want to say that's what we're part of. The foundation that we saw, guys, women, men and women, I want to tell you, And this is something we always lose focus on. And when I talk, I'm talking about me. I'm human. Remember what we've done. Look at what we've done. I hear people say the craziest stuff. Well, I don't have this, and I don't have a team, and I don't have. You have no idea what you have. So stop saying it. You don't know what you have. You don't know even what's going on. I'm not putting you down. But we got one snowball off of this iceberg that we know about. 99.9% of it is under the water and we can't see it. But every time you see something, you see that show, you see them talking to big people, movers and shakers, they're doing it for us. Anytime you see it, they're doing it for us. When you see Onpassive.com, that's us. That's you. Stop thinking, well, that's not my domain. Yes, it is. Onpassive.com is everybody's domain. If you're a founder, that's the benefit of being in. Nobody can enter Onpassive except through a founder. So anyway, I've run my course. I'll be back. I'm going to let Chris go. He's got a couple things to announce, and we'll move on to Collins, and I'll come back at the end. Okay.
Yeah, I do. And some of the things that I'm going to discuss are sent from Red as he's boarding his vacation with his mom and dad to help them out. He sent me some stuff, but the stuff I got to say, I'm sure Collins will touch on. First of all, good morning, Collins. Welcome, and Marty, to this crazy live that we do. And I was telling Collins when he came on, what was Marty thinking, bringing the skinniest guy in Onpassive to the, now we look like 900 pounds each. I don't understand that, but it's okay because I love Collins with all my heart. And he's a true brother of mine. Plus he's loaded with information. On that note, trying to be funny, I do have some very sad news to let you all know. This is the truth. You all know Dane and Darius Edwards, the twins. I got a text from yesterday. Their younger brother, Robin Edwards, passed away. He just turned 65 years of age. They're asking for your prayers and support for actually the team members, Team Edwards Domination. So please keep the brothers and their family in your hearts and prayers. 65 years is still way too young in my book, but we're from the Onpassive family to you guys. We reach out with all our condolences. Red also called me yesterday and talked about Onpassive. If you go to Onpassive.com, you click on Media Center, you have 12 publications for the GITEX. You can actually see more stuff on there. And also, and I'm going to let Collins touch on this a little more. Anyone with an Android phone, you know, when something new comes up, we were just talking about this, people go a little crazy because maybe they don't understand, and it's actually really, really easy. Everything in Onpassive has always been pretty simple to this non-techie guy here. And what it is if you have an Android phone, people have said it won't work, they couldn't download it. You actually have to go in there and unload the last one you put in there. And if you remember, Ash said this quite a few times in the last couple of weeks when he came on, you got to go in there and delete the original one you put in. And then after that, you're going to go to your, hold on one second, to your Apple store. It says, please uninstall old Connect, download it from your phone and log into OES. Click on Play Store to download to OES app. You can download easily and then rate it. Once you do that, make sure you rate it because that brings our, and I'll let Collins talk about that some more. But real quick, James Yates, congratulations on your 5 years. I did not get a chance to look at the birthdays today, but if you do have a birthday, happy birthday. I want to touch this real quick. Marty talked about, again, value. And for some reason, this clicked in my head. I hope it makes sense. The value of a human being has gone way down in the last 100, 150 years. And what do I mean by that? That means a lot of things that we were valued for many years ago has been either taken away or replaced. And I'm here to tell you that Onpassive thinks of human beings as 100% value, where maybe your boss doesn't. And Collins can contest to that. Your bosses don't always give you that 100% value that you deserve. When you come into Onpassive, I know nothing about sales, marketing, all the other stuff that we're you think we should know? I knew nothing. But in Onpassive, my value is 100%. My marketing skills is 100%. My sales closing is 100%. Me running a multi-billion-dollar global company is 100% because I have the best people in the world who said, hey, Chris, take a break. We're going to do all this for you. The list goes on and on. Today, I want you to give you a little homework. I want you to Google a list of what the responsibilities are for a small business. And then I want you to times that by 1 billion and Google what are the responsibilities of a global business? What are the things that you have to do? And look at the costs that are right in front of you, even from a small business. I walked into this place basically, and I still say it, gave 97. I got to try this. I got to see what it's all about. Gave him the 97 bucks. 3 years later, he said, I'm going to give it all back to you. Huh? I mean, I knew Ash Bafara was a giving man, but that really just blew me away. He literally handed me a global company, a global business, global solutions, global traffic, global anyone out there in this world that wants it. My value as a human being is 150% plus, and it keeps growing up. Ever since I became an Onpassive founder, the value in my life has grown. Everything I look at has grown. Everything I think about has grown because the possibilities that are endless in Onpassive are stuck in my head and stuck in my heart, and we're going to be unstoppable. And that's what I love about Onpassive. Unstoppable value in your life, in your business, in your problems, solutions for everything. And all we got to do is be a little patient. And on that note, I'm going to turn it over to Collins Manna because I'm sure he can touch on this new app and why it won't work if they have something else already downloaded in it. Collins Manna, again, I love you, brother. Welcome to the Marty DeGarmo Live and the Chris Johnson fill-in. Here you go, buddy. It's all yours.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Marty, for inviting me. I'm glad to be here. You know, when just always happy to be with you guys because sometimes you do blow my mind when I'm listening to you. So, yes, so just want to touch, on the apps, the OES app that we have now. I know everyone is excited. If you've downloaded it, maybe you can just share your experience, on the comment section to tell us how you feel about it. Just share your experience. Just say if you like it or not, please. So, when you go, I know a lot of people you've seen the complaint coming, oh, I cannot download it. I've tried and I've struggled. Sometimes maybe your storage is already full. You have a lot of application you don't really use. You can go to your settings, go to general settings, go to storage, and then you can free up some space for most of the application you have. And some of the application you don't need, you can uninstall it. So when you do that, then you go back. You go back. And if you have the OES, the old one, as I said, please uninstall it. So it will free up that space and then you can go back and install it again. So, and how do you install it? You just have to log into your OES. You go to your, you must log in with your phone. So regardless, if you're using an Android or Apple phone, just log into OES using your phone. Go in. When you are in OES, scroll down a little bit, around your top right or bottom, you just see the OES app. The moment you screen down, you will see it on your right. So if you are using an Android phone, what do? You go to Play Store. Click on Play Store. It's Play Store app. Click on Play Store app. If you're using an Apple phone, click on, that's what a lot of founders, they do, the big mistake, just click on any. So the system will just choose. Normally, the system look at what you have, the application you have. So if you are using a phone which is an Android, you must download the Android, the app, the Play Store app. If you're using an Apple phone, you must, download the Apple app. So there are two apps there. And it is a mobile app. It's not a desktop app because some people have been struggling to download it on their desktop. So it's a mobile application. So once you do that, it will take you to the site, the correct site. Then now you can install it now on your phone. It is so easy to do that. The moment you do it, log onto that app, play with it. You know, it is so user-friendly, so fast. I've had people calling me from Cameroon. They say, wow, this is really beautiful. Those who couldn't log in, some of them are really excited, telling us to thank Mr. Ashmufara about that, you know. And the moment you do that, you know, now go back to the application, go back as if you want to download the app, maybe either from your Play Store or Apple Store. It's still there. Try to rate it. You know, you can rate it, you know, based on your experience. I gave it 5 stars because I know it is really, really good. And you can write a review. The reason why we have to do this, you know, is because we want to give a greater exposure to the application. No, it's a new app. The more we rate it, the more it takes it up to the search engine. You know, when you don't rate it, it drops and drops and drops and drops to the bottom, and people cannot see it. So it is always advisable to rate it, you know, and the rating also, you know, the company like Onpassive can look at it and say, all right, you're giving a 4-star. Why is it 4-star? Don't only give 4-star, oh, this doesn't work, because as an engineer, they will not know what doesn't work. You can say, oh, I click on this button. It helps the company now to, you know, to enhance the product better, but give, you know, a positive recommendation. You don't need to say, oh, this doesn't work, it's not good for me. That doesn't tell us anything. And nobody, any wise person will not look at your review as a better review. But you must say what you like and what you think they can improve better. It pushes up to the search engine, and the company too can use that as an added value to you know, to add more value on their product. That's how you give review. But for me, what I've seen is amazing. There's just, if you ask me what will you really want to add on that product, I would say there's just nothing. But I know Mr. Ajmofara always add and add and add, but it's just like, it is so beautiful, user-friendly. I love it even more than going to the other bit. I was just like, you know what? I'll prefer to use the mobile app because it's so easy. You know, even those who've never struggling to log onto the OES, now they can just say, you know, I have it on my phone and I can just click, you know, one touch, enter my password and my username and password, and I'm on. I'm just in straight away. And you can just move. Everything is just in front of you. So that's what I wanted to share. Please rate it because it's so important. We rate and we give our review on the app. It helps the company to improve, and it push it up to the search engine. So Marty, that's where I'll trade back to you.
No, fantastic, Collins. Listen, I want to tell everybody also, make sure, if you're not sure, as time goes on, every Sunday at 2 o'clock, Heroes has a webinar. They answer every question you could have. And listen, you might have 900 webinars on every day. Some of them aren't working. Why? I get some questions you wouldn't believe, but go there. They will answer every one of your questions. Okay. Seriously. All the tech guys are there. Number man Andy's there. Okay. Seriously, if you got questions, please go there. Okay. And it'll really help you out. I keep trying to tell people that that's where you want to go. 2 o'clock Sunday. Now, I got a question for you, Collins. You and Andy do a show. Can you come back on and tell me when you do that? Because I'm not sure.
Yeah, so we do that every Tuesday and Thursday, but sometimes we say, all right, let's do it. So we still deciding if we can do it on Tuesday or Thursday. Sometimes we do both, and sometimes we just say, all right, let's stick on Thursday, depending on Andy's work schedule.
And it's in the back office every time?
Yeah, Andy always drop it in the back office. So that is okay. At 7 o'clock UK time, which is
2 o'clock.
Yes, 2 p.m. Yeah, 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern time.
Yep. Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yes. So it's
And contrary,
so it's not about. All right. Yeah, Marty, go ahead.
Yeah, contrary to what people have asked me, hey, can we get the tech guys back on from Onpassive? Collins does not work for Onpassive. Okay, none of them do. They're tech guys that were already, they were founders. Okay, so they came on couple years ago, I was fortunate enough to go in and meet them all, and they came on the scene to kind of break down how AI and how technology works, so they could give somebody an idea. Look, we sit back in a dark room, and we know in the other room a lot's going on, but we don't know what. So we're thinking, well, I don't know why you just turn on a switch and all this just comes to life. And they broke down for the last 2 years, you know, for what, even from their experience, was over 100 years, they said, we are fortunate to be where we are with what they're doing, right, Colin? So, yeah, it was a big deal. And that's when they came on the scene. They all have their own careers in the field, these IT field. So, but yeah, that's what they are. They're not working for Onpassive, okay? So, but I know you think they work as what they know. Well, what they did is they all, like Collins himself, morphed into, he can talk about Onpassive, and he wouldn't have to be an IT guy. So he did that on his own. Anyway, yeah, the app, let me tell you, the app, anything on Facebook, anything happened to do with social, people, online, websites and all that. I'm going to give you an example. Had a friend. He had a beautiful website, not like on passive level, but on regular level, it was really, really nice. He spent, I don't know, $500 or some crazy thing. He goes, look, because he thought he could buy his way into success. And I said, yeah, it's beautiful. He goes, you think a lot of people click on it? I go, depends on what you're doing with it. He goes, what do you mean? Well, you can have the best painting in the world, but if you don't put it in a museum, the only people are going to see it is your family. Well, how am I going to put it in a museum? No, my point is, you got to get traffic. You have to have people come to look at it. They don't just come there. I mean, go to Google. And he did this while I was talking to him. I said, look up anything. And he did. He went to Google. I said, now look at the top of the page. How many things are on that page? 10, 15, right? Yeah. How many pages are there? I don't know. Well, look at the top. It'll tell you how many pages. It was 150,000 pages or something. He goes, yeah, you're on that page. Number 100,000. I don't know about you, but I never go to Google page 2. Never. So you need to rank. And he goes, oh my God. You can see life leave his body because he went, I just spent $500. I said, the truth is, the ugliest website I ever made got the most traffic because I drove traffic to it. Doesn't matter what it looks like. People want to hear the content and go. It matters a little bit, not a lot. The corporate website matters because big business see them. They look at it and go, whoa, these guys got their stuff. And nobody has a better website than Onpassive. No one. Am I being biased? Yeah, but I'm being truthful too. It's amazing. Every week it's better and better. It's state of the art what they've done with the website. But anyway, getting back to ranking, if you go in, that's why I keep telling people, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know how to do webinar. I don't know how to do a live. You know how to go to a website and give it a thumbs up, a like, or a comment. You could go to Twitter right now every day. They put 2 or 3 videos every day, or a blog. You can make a comment, you can share it or retweet it, and it matters. It builds up the ranking. Like, listen, I'll give you an example. You guys all belong, most of you belong to Facebook. And you get in a group and you post something in the group and say, oh, I can't wait to see what happens. If it's a big group, in 3 minutes, what you posted will be so far down they'd have to scroll for 10 minutes. It's gone. You know how it stays at the top? Every time a comment is made, it goes back to the top. That happens with everything from Twitter to everything you could think of. You make a comment, it automatically goes back to the top. I'll tell you what I even did years ago, a couple years ago, 5 years ago. I had an app that would automatically comment on something I put in throughout the day, like throughout the week. So my post would go up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. And people go, man, don't you ever sleep? Yeah, I sleep. It's an app. These apps are out there. The difference is all of that technology is going to be under one roof, and you guys are all going to be experts and not even know it. Just smile. Just smile and be happy because you're an expert automatically with Onpassive. Anyway, I didn't mean to get that crazy, but same thing with YouTube. Same thing with, I hear people now, I want to start a YouTube channel. Okay. It takes time. What do you mean? Well, the first day I had 3 people, and that was Mike, me, and Dan. It takes time. And then you got to know how to get people to come to your channel. I'll just share it with other founders. You're fishing in the same tank. So you got 10,000 founders on your page. You know, you want to get it outside the bubble of Facebook. It's so funny, guys. The reason I'm bringing this up, because when he brought up the liking something and making a comment, how it moves it up the scale, people think, well, I'm going to have a lot of people see it. I got 5,000 friends in Facebook. Facebook doesn't let all your friends see your post. Newsflash. You're lucky if 50 of them see it. I've seen people delete friends because they write a post and say, if you don't comment on this, I'm taking you off as a friend. Big mistake. Because they don't see it. If you haven't talked to them in a week or so, 2 weeks, sometimes Facebook doesn't. You know what Facebook wants? You pay them, other people will see it. You don't pay them, you're chatting with the same people. So I'm always in conversation with founders. So guess who sees my post? Founders. That's the way it is. If Colin just talked to IT guys for 10 years, all his friends on his list, they're nice, but the people that will show up on his feed are IT guys. Newsflash. I just want to let people know that. I don't want to beat a dead horse. But anyway, that's the facts. And yes, when people ask me, is the company working on? Yes. There's your answer. Let me ask you a question. I don't know how much money these merchants locked up, but let's just assume tens of millions. What do you think they're doing? What do you think they want to do? They want to get things moving. You know what I said? That little flash in the pan we had in September that was record-breaking numbers. Wait until this thing gets started again. Fasten your seatbelts. Get very, very, very big clothes because you're going to need like 20 pairs of pants because you're going to ruin a couple of them, okay? It's going to be a lot of fun. We're all involved. We're all working together. We're one big team. And listen to me. Only business ever in my life. And the reason I love it, because everyone will win. You want to crawl? Crawl. But don't complain that, you know, Usain Bolt's next to you. He elected to run. You do what you want to do. It's the freedom of Onpassive. But when traffic comes out and you can purchase it, I would definitely buy traffic for my business. This is your business. Stop worrying about what Marty's doing, Collins is doing, and Chris is doing. Worry about what you're doing. And everything you can do towards the company matters. You matter. You're going to be the best person to represent you. No doubt about it. I don't care who you are. So anyway, I'm going to go back and let the gentleman say goodbye because if I keep talking, I'm going to start coughing. I'm good right now. Chris or Collins, anything?
I'll say something real quick, and I'm going to let Collins close it off. Comfort Confor. Hold on, Julie's calling me. Hold on 1 second, Julie. So she said something very important in the chat. Hold on 1 second, Julie. She said people don't update themselves, but they spend time researching on negativity. I absolutely love that, Comfort. And basically, we have so much to look into as far as how about looking at your new app? How about going to Onpassive.com? How about going to the Twitter? All the company stuff and learn exactly what you have instead of looking for a little brown spot it's somewhere on the internet. Okay. Very good, Comfort. I loved it. And hold on, Collins. I got to take this call. Oh, I got a couple calls going on because the ladies beat us pretty bad last night. And let me get her on there. There she is. The one and only person that had the hardest questions in the world.
Hey, Julie, don't you have anything better to do than harass the men?
Listen, 29 to 15. That was a
I did not say what is the score. That did not come out of my mouth.
Look at this. We don't do that, do we, Marty? When we win,
We
don't
never
ever
do
win.
that.
Never.
We're very dignified.
You do all the time, Chris. You do all the
Me, I never. Listen, never. No. You got the wrong Chris Johnson.
It was a whooping from the start. From the start, I remember first time we revealed the score 10 to 1. Ladies 10, men 1. I was like, oh my goodness, these guys are dead tonight.
I'm gonna hang up on you, Julie. All right.
I looked at Marty's face and his dimples just disappeared.
His dimples. Marty, you think I should just hang up on her now because she's going way overboard, isn't she?
She's awful happy. Yeah, she didn't call the other day, did she?
Yeah. No, she didn't call the other day when we whooped them. She did not call the other day when we whooped them, did she? God. All right, Julie, you know what I'm going to do?
I know, you're going to hang up on me.
That's right. Say bye to Collins.
Bye, Collins.
Bye, Julie.
Bye, Julie.
You're going to get it, lady. Trust me. Bye. Okay. Go ahead, Collins. I apologize.
Wow. I just want to thank everyone, and, this is really a great show. And Marty shows, Chris and Red, these are the shows sometimes I watch because you can really learn a lot from them. Because if I said I've not learned from Marty, then I'm lying. I've really learned a lot. So, with the app, please, the only thing I'll advise, rate it. Is really good for the company. Leave a review. We are, say, 1.4 million. And those who have downloaded the app, please just leave a review. It will help a lot. I know what I'm saying. It will really help because I've done it. Yesterday, the moment I download it, I leave a review and I rate it as well. So if all of us, do that, it will really help Onpassive. Don't just download it and disappear. No. Sit back and then do something.
Absolutely. Collins, thank you so much for being here. You will definitely be a steady person coming on here. We want you because things are only going to get more technical. So anyway, thank you everybody for being here. There's that post that Comfort said. That is freaking great post.
Isn't it? See,
Comfort, that's why we love you, Comfort. That's why you're the queen of getting it right. The queen of getting it right. Anyway, yeah, thanks everybody. Look, we're here, and I believe this, and I've explained why. I do not believe in motivating somebody. You have to motivate yourself. We inspire you to think about things. Think about the possibilities. If you know the possibilities of Onpassive, you will be motivated. It's a fact, unless you're dead. And if you're dead, I guess technology doesn't matter that much. But anyway, Onpassive, like I said, is the platform for anything to come true. And we are going to feed the hungry, water for the thirsty, shoe for the shoeless, housing for people that don't have any housing. We're going to educate the people that in the past were left aside because of where they were born or who their mom and dad is or whoever. I believe all that's going to change. And without a doubt, other companies, we will be life support for millions of companies. We are not out to conquer. We're out to change the world. And that's what Ash Mufara was born for. And so was his wife. Trust me, I thought about that a long time. She's got to be an amazing, amazing woman to be partnered with Ash Mufara because that's got to be a rough way to go. Look at the abuse they've been taking for 5 years. I mean, abuse that nobody would do. And who are they doing it for? Complete strangers. Not strangers anymore, but it was for people he did not know. And that's a beautiful thing. And he'll be blessed forever from that. I believe that with all my heart. Anyway, see you all. Don't leave yet, Colin. See you all. And we'll be back tomorrow. Tonight, Robin live at 8 o'clock. We have Comfort always at 4 o'clock. Do not miss that. People need to be going there. She's one of the best of the best, if not the best, but definitely one of the best. And at 9:30, we have Omino. We're going to probably do trivia, which is embarrassing to say. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Anyway, bye-bye.